I'm bored. Let's catch up with the Geeks and Gamers and quartering drama courtesy of Katie did. All right, so I did a series of videos about this a few weeks ago where the quartering made a video talking about issues with the culture war content on YouTube and how channels that used to make a lot of money peddling this outrage content are not doing so well. And he mentioned by name with graphs, he brought the receipts there of like Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic and other channels like this. And all this was in front of him on screen. He wasn't making this up. This isn't some hyperbole or anything like that. And I'm not a fan of the quartering. I think he's a piece of garbage content creator. But he had receipts for what he was saying. He is someone that makes outrage content. So he is someone that knows firsthand exactly how volatile and uncertain the space is that these guys are participating in. Now, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers made several crash out videos about those, the video that Jeremy made. You can go check those out on my channel. But this is a video where he's talking about the continued drama around the quartering and the Geeks and Gamers community, the Fandom Menace community. Let's check this out.
Something terrible has happened, and I don't really know how to move forward with this, but I'm going to need all of your support. This is going to be a very difficult time for me and my family and my company. Ladies and gentlemen, the quartering is mad at me. The quartering is very, very mad at me. So we uploaded a video here on Geeks and Gamers 2.
I wonder why. Look at this video. I wonder why he's mad. Yikes. The quartering exposed. Watching what on stream? Deletes tweet after being community noted. I'm pretty sure that's what the title is because that's what they're talking about here. I wonder why he would be mad. Maybe it's because you're still making shit content about him, even though you said you guys made up. You kissed and made up in DMs. Okay.
Where we were reacting to the quartering and his tweet that got community noted.
Yesterday.
Never know. I mean, you could be like our buddy, the quartering. You could be like the quartering.
You never know, boys.
Right here. Here we go.
Oh no, the poor girl. The poor girl he's on stream with.
Listen, you didn't. They just defaulted it to being on. Although you did buy the in camera, so.
Oh boy, boobs. But the
oh no.
Anytime.
This is one of the reasons why when I use Twitter, I don't just share the screen endlessly as I scroll through Twitter. Twitter has very few restrictions on content. They allow you to upload almost anything to Twitter, almost anything. So you never know what you're going to get. I prefer to go to a specific tweet and then drop it down if I need to scroll through for any other reason. But this is what happens when you do that.
Anytime.
Look, he's trying to talk through it.
I can't.
I want to point out what was being blocked was there was X-rated material on screen.
Scroll Twitter.
That's my out. Like if I'm ever hosting, I'm not logged in because that way it limits what you can see. Because I don't.
Oh yeah, sensitivity warning. Yeah.
By the way, just for the record, if anybody does want to share Twitter constantly on your streams or your videos, you can go into your Twitter account and turn on a setting to block this stuff from just showing up randomly. It's not perfect, but it's much better than not doing anything at all. If this is what you're going to be doing, I wouldn't suggest doing this, but if you're going to do it, there are steps you can take to prevent that.
Yes, I could probably do. Go back to the boobs. You guys know where to find boobs on the internet, all right?
You guys know where to find these. It's not like you guys didn't know about
Poor
them,
girl, man. I don't know who that was, but I feel bad for her, man.
Big gulps, huh?
Whoops.
Well, see ya.
Big tits, huh?
Oh man, that was fucking funny as hell, man.
Dude, that shit is hilarious.
So this is why quartering, I guess, is mad with Jeremy, because it's just a continuation of the bullying and harassment towards quartering from the Geeks and Gamers crew. They're still salty. Jeremy is still very mad that quartering exposed their decline in content, viewership numbers, and income. He's still mad about it. And the reason why he's mad is because it was true. He's upset because it's true, and he's just so angry that Quartering has not, formally talked about being wrong or apologizing or any of those things. None of that has been done. And because of that, now the Quartering is one of their targets, which is fine. The infighting in this group is absolutely fine with me. Matter of fact, I think it's fucking hilarious with the infighting. Please, more of this. I would much rather you guys infight with each other than fight and attack other people who are just trying to enjoy content. Just keep fighting with each other. It's absolutely fine. It could be UFC just for the chuds and grifter space. I condone that, and I champion that. I will support that 100%. So that's what's going on. He's so angry about that.
And, well, Quartering did not like that. He did not like this video at all.
I wonder why.
And as I said in the video, I said, I'm doing this because he unfollowed me on Twitter. And
okay, so he is purposely targeting Quartering for content because Quartering unfollowed him on Twitter. Now, fam, I don't know about you guys, but that is petty to the level of almost like a school-age mentality. You know what I mean? Like, he threw a spitball at me, so now I'm going to throw spitballs at him. And it's that level of petty from Jeremy here. And it doesn't really surprise me. Because if he's willing to target someone that he used to be quote unquote cool with, never had a problem with, which are things he said about him in his disclaimer video, he said it multiple times. If he's willing to do this towards someone that he used to be pretty favorable with, then think about how petty he is about the content he makes about everyone else. Think of what level of pettiness that must be. If this is like a level 5 or 6, then the petty level for everybody else must be 20 times that. If we're being honest.
I was just being petty.
Yeah.
I was like,
it is.
You want to unfollow me on Twitter because I responded to you bringing my analytics up, trying to justify your channel struggling. So we talked and
So there, he just kind of admits it. So I want to be clear here that even though I'm assuming why he's doing this stuff, he's kind of just telling us, like, he's mad. He's mad that Quartering pulled up the analytics. He's mad that Quartering unfollowed him on Twitter. So this is all personal shit. This is relationship breakup stuff. This is these two guys, they're no longer in a relationship anymore. And now Jeremy here, Geeks and Gamers Jeremy, is the crazy ex-girlfriend. He's the crazy ex-girlfriend in the situation. And he is going to keep going after Quartering for this. You know, breaking windows in cars, slashing tires, all that shit. This is where he's at. This is the level of pettiness that we are at right now.
everything was cool. I was like, we're cool. All is good. And we were. So I figured he'd follow me back. Well, he never followed me back.
Oh, no. He didn't return the follow? That's crazy. That definitely means that there's something extremely serious about this. It's so serious. It's so incredibly heartbreaking, to be honest.
I took that as a petty sign of you're still pissed off. Well, if you're still going to be petty, then I'm still going to be petty. So I just
so his level of pettiness is I'm not going to follow you back. Your level of pettiness is to continuously harass him. But it's funny to me that not following Jeremy back on Twitter leads to this level of relationship drama between the two of them. Two grown men, by the way.
decided to, laugh at this joke, which is all it is. I'm not like, I do think Jeremy Hambley is a good guy. He really is a good guy.
Disclaimer shit again. I love the disclaimer shit. It's so funny to me that you have to throw out disclaimers whenever you criticize someone, you have to give them a hand job. So it's like, I think you're garbage, but let me get the lube. I think you're a petty, hateful piece of shit, but let me go ahead and grab the poppers so we can get ready for some fun. Like that's where we're at with these two.
But he is way wrapped up in the internet way too much. And
that's hilarious. Oh my God. He's wrapped up in the internet too much. That's crazy. This entire argument that you're making is because of being wrapped up in the internet. The entire reason you're going after him now is because of internet bullshit. He's way too wrapped up in the internet, but all of my issues with him is internet bullshit. Nothing he did in real life. He didn't follow me back on Twitter. So now I'm going to go nuclear and make hateful content about him while also saying that I have no issue with him and then accusing him of being too wrapped up in the internet.
And he's his own worst enemy at this point in time. So anyway,
how is that when you're the one going after him? I mean, I haven't seen any clips of Quartering defaming you. I mean, they might exist. He streams a lot, but nothing has came up on my radar. I was sent this video clip. Someone said, hey, check out this clip from Katie did. And I saw this one, but I haven't seen any clips from him going after you because if they did exist, I would have probably looked at it because this type of drama is my favorite kind of drama. This is like Real Housewives of Geeks and Gamers. This is like, Love and Hip Hop YouTube is what this is because this is like a breakup. This is literally like a breakup.
I make this video. This was on Tuesday night's main event. And, we were talking about what happened with the tweet and him tweeting Elon Musk and complaining about porn. And then the community note just destroyed him. And he, I'm not going to show DMs, but he did DM me and he
I also want to just say that community notes typically do crush a lot of tweets, and sometimes you don't see them. If you're not in the community note program, you don't see all the different ones that show up there. I get to see all of them because I'm still, even though I probably shouldn't be because I don't really write them, I'm still in the community notes program, which is kind of weird. But you're sitting here saying that he was destroyed by community notes. How many times have you been destroyed by community notes? I've seen at least a dozen different times where community notes have gone after you. They've gone after Nerdrotic. They've gone after Critical Drinker. So it's selectively praising community notes when there's something that you can make content about.
He was really mad at me. And the result was this. Quartering has blocked you now.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, at least we finally got to where we needed to be.
He's not into you, bro. That's essentially what this is. This is a stop doing things to me unconsensually. I do not consent to them. Don't buy me drinks at the bar. Keep your roofies to yourself. That's what this is. Like you instead of tipping the stripper, you tried to grab her ass and she's not interested. And here we are.
Because my goal was you're either going to follow me back or you're going to block me.
Oh, that's it.
And now at least we have some clarity on the situation.
Okay.
So you unfollowed me like a woman.
Let's play his game for a second, right? So he's accusing Quartering of being a woman in this situation because he unfollowed Jeremy. But Jeremy is the one who will not let it go. Like Quartering's like, I'm just not going to follow you. You're the one making crash out videos. You're the one getting mad. You're the one getting butthurt. You're the one complaining and being upset that Jeremy isn't into you anymore. So if we're assigning gender roles, because you guys always say that, gender and sex are the same thing. So I don't know how he could be a woman in this scenario, considering that you guys are massively anti-trans. But if we were assigning gender roles here about the person that is acting the most stereotypically like the women that you guys assume they are, that would be you in this scenario. You would be the one acting like a woman in your world, not him. So I don't really get how did you get to that point? Because he unfollowed you? Bro, that's crazy.
Real men mute, all right?
Oh, okay.
They don't unfollow. Real men mute. You don't tell people you don't like them. You just mute them.
So you're fake. So it's a fakeness thing. It all makes sense. Like if you add all this up, you can kind of see that this is typically what these guys do. They're cowards. Instead of blocking or unfollowing, because that would be a declaration to someone, letting them know where you stand. Instead of doing that, they do all of these things in DMs and they just pretend it's okay in real life. They just pretend it's okay on the internet. Whereas Quartering's like, fuck you, I'm going to block you, and you're crashing out about it because you find it to be weak. You find blocking to be weak. Is your block list empty? I would love to see his block list. How many people do you have blocked? I'm very, very curious. And I just want to reiterate, and I'm going to do a disclaimer again. I don't like the quartering either. So fuck both of these guys. I'm just here for the laughs.
You don't give them the satisfaction of letting them know that they have pissed you off. You just mute them. So you unfollowed me. Mm-hmm. I just laughed a little more.
No, you didn't. No, you made crash out videos. You literally made crash out videos. There were at least 3 videos that you made during that period where he had unfollowed you, where you talked about like chasing him down in his DMs. You tried to make things right. You tried to rekindle the relationship. You wanted the honeymoon phase to come back again. And it just didn't happen. And he just wasn't fucking interested in you. And then you kept pursuing him. He was swiping left. You were trying to swipe right. It wasn't good for you. So it wasn't just funny. You weren't just laughing about it. You actually made crash out videos and meltdown videos.
I tried to give you some advice.
He doesn't want
because you basically, the community note said that he was searching for Reddit cream pie or something like that. And I just said, this is an opportunity to laugh at yourself. Self-awareness is a very powerful tool on the internet.
I don't disagree
Laugh
with that.
at yourself and just meme on yourself, bro. This is what we do. Ultimately, the situation with the quartering, getting mad at me and blocking me, it's just a fundamental difference in how people approach things. Me and my friends on the internet, we laugh at each other, we meme on each other, we roast each other, and that's just what we do. I mean, Gary is the number one guy in our little corner here.
That's interesting for you to establish the hierarchy of things. Gary is the number one guy. Okay. Doesn't really have anything to do with this video. It's just kind of funny that this is the first time I've actually heard him or anyone in this bubble assign a rank to someone within their space. So Gary is the number one guy. That's interesting.
Him and Drinker, obviously, but like we
And
do
Drinker.
nothing but laugh at Gary and make fun of Gary, and Gary laughs at himself. We don't take ourselves too seriously. So
I think that's really interesting, the psychology of that. So think about this for a second. So he establishes that Nerdrotic is number one, Critical Drinker is also at the top, but I guess not number one to him, just kind of sharing, like if Nerdrotic is the king, then Critical Drinker would be the queen, I guess, according to Jeremy here. But he's like, look, there's this guy, Nerdrotic, who is the king of the hill, and the king laughs at himself. If the king can laugh at himself, then all us peasants can as well. That's me translating what is being said there. If the king can laugh at him having no clothes, then all the peasants can laugh about ourselves. We can all do that as well. It's a really interesting revelation there.
And taking yourself too seriously on the internet is always going to hurt you. You don't, I'm here for the.
I don't believe that. I think that is cope language from these guys. I think the reason why they fall. Look, I think it's good to be able to laugh at yourself. Just put that out there. I think that there's absolute truth in that. But when you say taking yourself seriously on the internet, what does that entail? What does that mean in all of this? And for me, I think there's absolutely places where you need to be serious when it comes to certain topics. And I know Jeremy would agree with this, even though he's not saying it here. Jeremy would agree with this because he has an entire channel dedicated to politics, and he does understand how serious some of this stuff is. So this is sort of like halfway advice. It's halfway advice because he's mad that his boyfriend quartering isn't talking to him anymore. He blocked him on the internet. He's mad about all this, and so he's going into crazy mode. And that's a situation. It's halfway advice. It's not a full on. It's not good, well-rounded advice.
The memes, and as I said in my video talking about this, there's a couple of basic rules on the internet that I think will be helpful to everybody. And rule number one is that realizing that the internet doesn't give a shit about you. Okay.
Okay. So why are you mad about this then? If the internet doesn't give a shit about you, that would mean that this quartering stuff is internet shit. So why are you upset about it? Okay, so let's think about what's happening here. Don't take the internet too seriously. Laugh about stuff, and the internet doesn't care about you. If all three of those things were actually being applied here in this video, you wouldn't be talking about this the way you are. You realize it's petty. The pettiness comes from going against the three things that you just gave him advice on here. So are you taking your own advice? Is this like do as I say, don't do as I do kind of shit? Like you're talking to him like a child? Is that what's happening here? I'm not totally sure, but to me it sounds like you're just not taking your own advice.
A grown-ass man getting on Twitter and crying about porn is a very weird thing.
I don't disagree with that, but I will say you are a grown-ass man getting on here complaining about Twitter and being blocked, which is also really sad. It's kind of a shared shame situation, but you'd have to be self-aware to understand that. Like just calling yourself petty, is it enough self-awareness to understand the level of pettiness that you're at right now? But yeah, the crying about porn thing is also very sad.
People virtue signaling over stop watching porn, it destroys your brain. I don't need some motherfucker on Twitter to tell me what's good for me and what's not good for me. Why don't you fucking shut up, all right? If you personally don't want to watch something, then don't watch it. But the moment you get on...
Are you serious right now? Do you even know the community you're a part of? I mean, lack of self-awareness. Don't you guys shame people all day for watching certain things? Call them shills? Isn't that what you guys do? Isn't that part of your culture over there?
Twitter and start virtue signaling saying, please stop watching porn. Shut the fuck up. I'll watch whatever I want. I don't need some YouTuber's permission for what I'm going to watch.
What? The foundation of the content these guys make, it's based on trying to shut down certain types of media from existing, which is controlling what people watch. You don't want things like Acolyte to exist. You don't want things like Doctor Who to exist. You don't want Starfleet Academy to exist. You guys are trying to control what people are watching by getting media canceled or removed or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's literally what you guys are doing. This is not theoretically. It's literally what you do. And now you're crashing out because you don't want somebody to tell you that porn is bad? It's a weird double standard, man. It's a weird double standard.
I don't need your fucking permission. Porn destroys lives. No, do you know what destroys lives? People destroying their own life. It has
Okay, so I guess all of the virtue signaling that you guys do against woke media and indoctrination and all of these things means nothing because you're admitting here that people destroy their own lives. And I don't disagree with you. I think a little bit of a personal accountability for what you do in your life is really fucking important. So what you're saying here is that people should be responsible for their behavior and the things that they're consuming. I agree with you. I think that's true. But if you truly believe that, you wouldn't have the platform you have now. Matter of fact, I would even go as far to say that he does believe this, that this is true to him, but because he has established a foundation and a media empire on the concept that we should be these things should not exist and we shouldn't be supporting them. Since he's done that, he does like the idea of stifling free speech and free expression when it comes to lining his pockets with money, with the moolah, with the dollar bill, y'all. Like, he's okay with that. But he doesn't want someone else to tell him these things. Someone else in his space has the nerve to do this to him. It's a problem.
has nothing to do with one thing or the other. I am very much anti-alcohol. I
Okay.
hate alcohol. I will never drink alcohol. I will never smoke a cigarette, and I'll never do a drug.
Right.
I don't get on Twitter going, stop drinking alcohol. It destroys lives. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, you don't do it with alcohol, but you guys do it with everything else when it comes to media. I also want to point out, for somebody who doesn't take the internet seriously, this is very serious, right? This is you seriously reacting to someone who has a position that porn is bad. I agree with you. I don't think porn is bad. I think people make bad decisions. That's true. But your reaction to this is pretty funny.
If you want to go out and drink, go drink. If you want to go out and do drugs, go out and do drugs.
If you want to go out and watch Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, go do that. If you want to watch Star Wars The Acolyte, go do that. You see how easy it is to just let people do what they want to do and not try to control them? It's pretty fucking easy, honestly.
Not my fucking business. Now, I may not have you directly in my day-to-day life if you do these things, but I'm not going to sit there and preach on Twitter about not doing things. Do you know what happens the moment that I go, hey guys, stop drinking. Beer's bad for you. It's bad life choice. And then people are going to go, isn't your favorite wrestler of all time Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jeremy?
Jeremy is just stupid. This guy is just really fucking stupid. Just really fucking stupid and clueless and no self-awareness whatsoever at all.
Built his entire persona around drinking beer. And then it just shows the hypocrisy in preaching about shit. Stop preaching to the fucking internet. Have your beliefs, do what you want, but stop preaching to people and telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing. Nobody needs a fucking YouTuber's opinion over.
No one needs a YouTuber's opinion. I could not agree more. Matter of fact, it would be great. It would be great if you guys would stop doing this and giving opinions on stuff so that we wouldn't have to suffer through it. That would be great. Nobody needs it. I actually agree with that.
What they should and shouldn't be doing in their fucking day-to-day life.
I agree.
Nobody. And Quartering has consistently been like, stop watching porn. It's bad for you. Like, this motherfucker doesn't watch it. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
He is very mad about this breakup. This is funny to me. Like, I'm not really taking any of this seriously. And unlike Jeremy here, I think it's just really, there's a lot of double standards here, a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of just fallacy shit, just it's a lot of bad faith stuff. But this is what happens when a couple breaks up and it's not a good breakup. This is what happens when you come home from work and everything seems fine and then all your furniture is in the front yard. Or, you have an eviction notice on your bedroom door from your significant other that says, I'm paying for the apartment, you're not, get the fuck out. That's what this is. And that's what makes it so funny.
All right. Stop with that noise. So anyway, we laugh, we meme, we joke. He took it too seriously.
There wasn't much laughing. That was a very serious
I
have to stop this. That was not joking. You were being very serious there. That was a very serious declaration. I don't think there was anything humorous in anything you were saying. In that little segment of your video, you were being very honest about how you feel being told what to do from other random YouTube people and how people shouldn't listen to YouTubers. You were being very, very honest about that. That wasn't a joke. It wasn't a meme. You were serious.
Today, I'm here for the memes.
Oh, okay.
I'm here for the memes and only the memes. Simple as that.
All right.
Dan says he blocked. Yes, he blocked me. Quartering blocked me. So those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. So it's just dumb and funny. And if he just would have taken my advice and just memed on it and laughed at himself, all would have been good.
Oh. But
he didn't. So here we are.
Right.
Anyway, that was quick, Dan. Yes, absolutely. It's just crazy. Should have made Creamer brand creamer. I know. Dude, seriously. No matter how much somebody, I guarantee you, okay, if Quartering would have taken my advice. All right, look, I said it right here. Hang on, let me pull the fucking video up because it's over on D-Day Cobra 2. Right here. You are caught doing something stupid Own it. Lean into it. Because people love self-awareness on the internet.
Oh gosh, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day. That you are giving advice. You first of all, you said no one needs to listen to YouTubers giving advice on what they should be doing, and then you're literally doing that in this clip. You're giving him advice. You're giving him advice on what he should be doing, and then you're not actually aware that you yourself are participating in the thing that you're telling him not to do, which is a lack of self-awareness. You are participating in that.
Lean into this. So you should get your coffee company and you should have a promo code forced cream pie for a discount. Maybe you should give them 69% discount if they use the promo code forced cream pie. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you?
Well, here's the thing. Again, disclaimer. I hate that I have to do this because I feel like some people jump through the video. I don't like the quartering. But maybe he actually believes in what he's saying. There's a possibility that maybe he believes that all of this stuff is quote unquote degenerate shit. And by doing that, he would then turn his position into a joke, and maybe it wasn't a joke to him. Maybe it's not funny to him. Maybe he actually has convictions that you don't have. And that's cool. You don't have to have them. Nobody's asking you. But maybe that's why he didn't do it. Maybe that's why the two of you aren't friends anymore. Maybe that's why you guys aren't speaking.
Just do that. Hey guys, I got completely destroyed on Twitter with the community note. It was savage as hell. We've all seen community notes hitting people left and right, and this one crushed me.
So this is him explaining how to grift. If you guys ever wonder how their grifting works, this is it. So he's saying here, if you are right, you can grift off of victory, and if you're wrong, you can grift off defeat. This is an inside look into how they function. So pay close attention here. We're going to back up for a second. I think it's important to pay close attention to this. This is him explaining how they operate over at Geeks and Gamers if they are handed an L. Pay attention.
Completely destroyed on Twitter with the community note. It was savage as hell. We've all seen community notes hitting people left and right, and this one crushed me. And I am owning it, guys. I deserved that. So in light of owning me getting destroyed by community notes, for the next 24 hours, Coffee Brand Coffee will have a promo code cream pie, and you can get 6.9% off your order by using promo code cream pie. Guys, when you get busted doing something on the internet, all you can do is laugh at yourself, and I am taking ownership in it. All he had to do was that.
So there you go. When these guys take L's for anything, and we're going to end the video there. When these guys take L's for anything, and when I say these guys, I mean specifically like Geeks and Gamers, they turn that into a way to grift and make money off of it. Simple as that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just interesting that he's literally pointing it out here and saying this is how it functions for us. This is the kind of grifty shit we do. But that's pretty much it for this video. I thought it was interesting for them to follow up again onto this scenario, and that it's Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers who is doing it, because the quartering doesn't seem to give a fuck. And Jeremy is extremely upset about this breakup. He is the girlfriend that just will not let go. The boyfriend that just keeps texting when she tells him she's not interested anymore. The guy who is in DMs with a woman who he's only friends with on the internet, and she decided to block him, so he's making fake accounts and DMing. That's the level we're at with these guys. It's a level of pettiness that is pretty common on the internet, but not for people who don't take the internet seriously, as Jeremy says here. So this is him with a double standard, a bunch of hypocrisy, and all we can do is sit back and let them fight and laugh at it while it happens.